We last weekend, as we mentioned, we spent some time with Craig and Abby and Jake from YHS podcast over at Days of the Dead, and we were there for Heather Langenkamp, uh, who and silly me did not even. I don't think I got the picture.
Oh,
hang on. Did I bring it? No, that's not it. Is it? Oh, hang on. No. Okay.
He has so much stuff around he doesn't even know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this place is going to get cleared out. So we went for Heather Langenkamp, who is Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street. She signed the other photo. We had a photo of Nancy and Freddie together from Fangoria magazine. It was a promo photo. Robert had signed it for us and took up half the photo. And we got up there to Heather, and she looked at it. She's like, "Wow, Robert, thanks for leaving me space to sign this thing." But she signed it. She is a sweetheart. And what was fun was Jess knows the movie, and she filmed it for Heather filmed it for the Sci-Fi Channel, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was filmed in Bessemer. And yeah, so Heather Langenkamp
How random.
Heather Langenkamp filmed a movie in the Birmingham area, and she that was our conversation the whole time. It was not like how much we love Nancy or how much I used to watch the 10 of us.
Or that gives us something, something different.
Yeah, because we told her, we said, hey, we came over here to meet you. You're the one that we wanted to meet. And she goes, where did you guys drive in from? We said Birmingham. And she said, yeah, I filmed such and such movie, which escapes me. And Jess would tell you off the top of her head. But yeah, we filmed that in Bessemer. And I went, oh my goodness. Glad you are safe. I'm sorry.
Love the Bessemer joke.
There's the Bessemer. But she was talking and she remembered several of the places that she had driven around in Bessemer. She was listing them off like, yeah, we kind of know where that is. Yeah. And so, yeah, we had the good Alabama connection there with her for that. And so I think Bo's doing his due diligence.
Yes, I'm trying to find out which movie was. I'm sorry, I've got.
It was something on the Sci-Fi Channel. She said
she went to Bessemer of all places. That's
yeah. So but yeah, she was talking about how it was really weird to her to get off such the busy interstate and seeing the city and everything, and all of a sudden, just within 2 seconds, being rural. There are cows everywhere.
Welcome to Alabama.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so we had a great time with her. We met her. We finally got to meet Kane Hodder, who is Jason in Friday the 13th, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and also did all the motion capture for the Jason and Friday the 13th, the video game from Ilphonic, who has just released recently Ghostbuster Spirits Unleashed. And he was extremely nice. And I've got a Jason mask from NECA that I got Tom Savini, special effects guru, who helped work on do a lot of stuff for Friday the 13th and Jason. Had him sign the mask in 2018 at Walker Stalker Con in Atlanta. And so the only other Jason I really wanted on that mask was Kane, and I've been trying to get to him for years. And so he was there, finally got to meet him, and I took him the mask and I said, you're the only Jason I wanted on this, because I love Kane. I love his portrayal as Jason. And he looked at it and he goes, well, hang on a second. When did you get Tom to sign this? I said, well, in 2018. He goes, I got a really neat story about Tom. And I'm always a sucker for fun stories. He's like, he's 71 years old. I said, okay. He's lived in that same house since birth. He owns the house he was born in.
Wow.
And has lived there for 71 years. And I went, that's amazing. He goes, yeah, no kidding. You never hear of that. But yeah, so he was a lot of fun to talk to. Yeah, he didn't, we did talk to him about, in Friday the 13th, part 7, that was filmed in Bay Minette,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
down near Mobile.
Bay Minette.
And he was asking us where we were from. We said we're from Birmingham, and he goes, oh yeah, I love Alabama. I had a great time there. And Jess was like, yeah, you filmed, part 7. He goes, I'll give you bonus points if you tell me where.
Mhm.
And I just went, it was down near Fairhope. He goes, yeah, but it wasn't in Fairhope. It was close. I'm like, Foley? He's like, no, not Foley. And then he's like, we filmed it in Bay Minette. And so he was talking about that area and everything. So we had a couple of really good Alabama connection stories there. And I was hoping for our photos, because he's done a lot of photos where he'll choke the person he's with.
Mhm.
So if you're having your photo, he'll
Yeah.
choke you. He didn't do that with us, and that was fine. Yeah, he was busy. He was getting hungry. He was eating chips at the same time he was talking to us. So I guess he didn't want to get greasy hands on us. But the third person we met absolutely had to, was Barbara Eden.
Mm.
She's 91. And Barbara, if you don't know her, which shame on you if you don't,
Yeah.
she's a legend. She was
Mhm.
Jeannie in I Dream of Jeannie with Larry Hagman, the old 60s TV show. And she was amazing. And so she did all of her poses in her Jeannie pose with everybody.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she didn't give out hugs or anything. I mean, she's 91.
Yeah.
And she had a plexiglass shield in front of her while she's talking to you and signing your
Yeah.
picture. But then she'll step out around and do the Genie pose. And so we all had pictures, with the Genie pose with her. But she was amazing.
But the
Amazing.
fact that she was good enough that it erased your disdain for plexiglass
Yeah.
shields.
But in her situation, I understand. She's
Yeah.
91.
Yeah.
You never want to get a 91. You don't want to get anybody sick.
Yeah.
But somebody who's a legend
Mhm.
like that, you definitely don't want to get sick. But she was as sweet as she could be, talking to us and everything. So that was really cool. So we got our autograph pictures, and we met those 3, and that was really about it. We wanted to get home in time for the
Mhm.
Royal Rumble that night, which we did. Actually, we had to start the Royal Rumble a little in the car. So Jess we had to pull it up on the phone as we watched the first 20 minutes before we got home. So
The wonders of the internet. We didn't used to be able to do
Yes.
that. You'd have to like TiVo it, or you would just miss it altogether when we were kids,
yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was, the Days of the Dead was fun. And like I said earlier, I was most happy that we got to spend time with Craig and Abby and Jake. We got to spend several hours with them and just enjoyed that immensely. We always love the time we get to spend with them.